watch him, watch him. That's twice I've been caught today in one of these traps. That's what we're working with. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're at the ranch and we're not out here doing any fishing or nothing like that, but we are out here to catch some hogs, y'all. I've been waiting to do this for a while. The hogs have finally started showing back up on the property. It's been dry out here for a long time, so we're actually starting to get a lot of rain. These water holes are starting to really fill back up. These hogs, they moving in, y'all, and we gotta start catching them. Now, I actually built this trap here about 2 months ago. This is a homemade trap. It's kind of my own design. I mean, they do make traps like this, similar to it anyway, that you can buy, but they're pretty expensive. I built this whole trap here for less than $100, so right at $100. We excited to see how it's gonna work, y'all. But let me give y'all the rundown on how it does work. All right, so you got your trough area right here, and what we do is we filled it, we put corn right in this area right here. These hogs, they come, you know, feeding along in. You put the corn in here. You bait up corn pretty heavy in the back here, or even in the middle, as you can see. These hogs, they come in feeding, put a little here in this trough area. They start pushing on this door like so. So then what happens when they push that door open, they feed their way in. That door shuts, and hey, he's caught, y'all, and he is not gonna be happy. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get out of here, and we're gonna get this trap loaded up, and we're gonna go get it set. The old secret weapon, little buck jam. All right, so the trap's set, it is baited up. Now we gotta do is play the wait game and hope the freaking cows don't come find it first. That trap will hold some hogs, there's no doubt. But if the cows come in here and see that corn, they will push that trap out of the way and they're gonna clean that corn up. We just gotta play the wait game and see who gets here first. So as you can see, these hogs, they come in and they just root up the ground and they do a lot of destroying. I mean, this is just a minor fraction of the damage that they come in and do. But they have been in here working it pretty good, so we're in here trying to catch them, clean them up a little bit before they get too out of control. Because at that point, they really do some damage. And here's some more of the rutting they've been in here doing. A lot of this ain't that old. Some of it's a little bit older. They come in here and they just get in that ground and they just start tearing it up. That's why it's very important whenever you have property, a big property, and you're trying to grow and plant your crops. And you know, we got fields that we plant up here, you know, during for deer season and everything else. But they'll just come in there and they will just wipe it out. They will just tear that whole field up. So it's important that you manage your hogs properly, you know, and a lot of people don't even want them on their property. They just want them gone. But you know, we like having them around. We like seeing them around. But at the same time, you know, you have to manage them. You have to keep them under control, or they will just take your property over. Now, when we do get these hogs, you know, we keep most of the meat. Like I got a freezer full of sausage right now, but at the same time, we give a lot of the meat away to a lot of families that need it. You know, that need the meat. You know, so it just don't go to waste. We just don't kill them and we just don't dump them. We do a lot of, you know, good things for other families. A lot of people have been hurting through the pandemic. You know, lost their jobs or whatever. But you know, so. In return, we're taking care of the hog population, managing it properly, and hey, we feeding families, y'all. All right, so here's another trap that we have out here on the property, and it's got a trip system on it, which I'll show y'all in a minute. We don't use this trap throughout the year. We usually only use it during deer season, and the reason for it is, I mean, you can see how high up that opening is, that door. So, you know, you got corn in there, you got cows on the property. Now the big cows obviously ain't gonna get in there, but them little cows, they get in there and it just becomes a mess. All right, so the way this trap works, basically the same way. You just basically load it up with corn right in this area right here, a little bit out there. These hogs come feeding their way in. They bump that with their nose like that. As you can see, this door shut, and hey, he's a caught hog. That's twice I've been caught today in one of these traps. Good Lord. All right, I gotta figure out how to get out of here. All right, guys, so it is officially day 2 of the hog trap being set out. And I've been getting pictures of the hogs, but they haven't been going in. Had to take a ride out and find out why. And there ain't no corn in the trap. So I got a hold of my buddy Andy. He said, man, we gotta change bait. Went to the feed store. We got some new bait and we're about to put it out and we're gonna see what happens, y'all. All right, let me show y'all what we got it rebaited with. We was using just regular old corn before, but the turkeys done came in here and I mean, they just flat wiped out the buffet. So we stopped by the feed store and got what they call beef cubes. As you can see, that's a big old pellet right there. The hog don't care, man. They'll eat anything. So we got it in there. Even threw in a little Mr. Pibb on top just to sweeten it up a little bit. So we're gonna see what happens. All right, anyway, what do you think about them pellets? They gonna work or what?
I think so. You know, like Dave said, the turkeys, they cleaned out the buffet. But I'll tell you what, if a turkey can swallow that, we'll just come by here and pick him up because he ain't gonna go nowhere. He'll be choked to death.
Just like that, y'all. We back in business. All right, looks like about 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, my cell phone camera went off and sent me a picture. And it looks like we have a pretty nice sized hog in the trap. So I just got a hold of Andy. I'm actually headed out to the ranch right now. He's gonna be on his way out here shortly, and then we're gonna get down there and see what we got. All right, guys, we made it to the trap. Let's check this joker out. Ooh, look at him, look at him. Ooh, watch him, watch him. He's a pretty good one. Not bad at all. Looks like them old cow pellets and that Mr. Pibb did the trick. All right, y'all, looks like we got bacon.
Somebody say bacon?
All right, so as y'all know, we've been trying for the last couple of days to, you know, finally get this hog. I got him on camera, on the cell phone camera pictures, you know, coming in here. Them turkeys just coming in here, just cleaning up that buffet. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta change your baits up. If one ain't working, you just gotta go with something else. And hey, it looks like we figured out the formula. We about to take care of this hog right here, and then we're gonna get him up there and get him undressed. All right, well, we got the hog back. We got him hanging. We're getting ready to skin him, but he's a pretty decent sized hog. I'd guess probably about 150, 160 pounds. Got a nice shield on him, pretty thick right there. This guy's definitely been battling a little bit. Now, if you look right there, he's got a pretty nasty scar that, well, it's still trying to heal up, but it's about healed. He got one there, and he got a few right in there. So that joker's been battling for sure, but he ain't battling no more. All right, we're about to jump in the skinning part. You always want to make sure you got a good sharp knife. That's key. Anytime you're doing any skinning, cleaning, I say it all the time, good sharp knife. And what I like to do, I like to start in around right up in here. Just cut him around. Just like so. Both sides. That way you can get in there and work. Now I like to take the hook part of the, if you got a hook part, if not, just use your regular tip part. Come in underneath the skin, just like that. See, and I want to follow this line all the way down. All the way down right here, all the way to his front legs. Both sides. Now the reason I like to do that is because it allows you to work his underneath, his bottom side. You know, you can just work this hide straight down, and then you can turn him around and you can work his top side all the way down. It helps to eliminate getting hair all over your meat. You want to keep as much hair off your meat as possible. So you get hair on your meat, you're just going to ruin the meat. Now you're not going to always be able to keep all the hair off the meat, but you want to keep as much off of it as absolutely possible. So just get in there with the tip of that knife and just let the tip of that knife go to work. Start skinning him back. Alright, so as y'all see, we got this whole bottom section. What's underneath, it's gone. So we just, you know, make a few cuts, skin it, peel it right down. Pretty much just want to start on the back side and just do the same thing. Just get in there and let that knife tip go to work. Now when you start to get the hide down a good ways like this, it gets a little, where you ain't got much to hold on to, just make your little hand hold and hide right there. And that way you can keep right on skinning. Alright guys, and just like that, that hog is skinned. All we got left to do now is just get this thing quartered up. We're gonna get it in the cooler, get it on ice. You wanna make sure you ice them down as soon as you can whenever you're done cleaning them. But we actually gonna cut the back strap out of this one on one side, and we're gonna cook something really good out of it. But the rest of it, it's going to the processor. We're gonna have a bunch of sausage made out of it. All right guys, we about to jump into this cooking. So we about to chop up some vegetables. We got some onions, some green bell peppers. I grew in my garden, by the way. So those are fresh. Nothing like homegrown, that's for sure. And we got that tenderloin out of that hog that we just got and cleaned up. And we're gonna serve it over with some rice, and I'm gonna make up some brown gravy. Man, it's gonna be delicious. All right, we got our two nice pieces of tenderloin. We're about to clean them up and we're gonna cube them up. Main thing you wanna do with these is you wanna get this silver skin and all this fat off of it. So just trim it off of there with your knife. You don't wanna be eating that stuff. It's not good. After you pretty well get it cleaned up, get most of that silver skin off of it, we're just gonna take and we're just gonna cube it up in some nice chunks. All right, we're about to start out with a whole pack of bacon. And we know how Andy feels about that bacon. We're putting it on the Blackstone, y'all. Can't go wrong with a little yellow rice. Now it's time for that tenderloin. Can't go wrong with a little Everglades. So we're just gonna throw Everglades all over it and season it up real good. We just took the bacon off of the Blackstone, so we got nothing but bacon grease, and we're about to cook this pork tenderloin in there. It's gonna be good. Gotta have a little mushroom. Big dog, you ready to eat?
I'm starving to death. I'm ready.
You go first, big dog.
All right. I'm gonna tell you a little story about yellow rice. A buddy of mine from Wisconsin invited me up there to hunt with him. So I said, okay. I went on up there and I took a big old bag of yellow rice and I cooked it all up. When it was time to eat, we put it on the table. Everybody up there looked at me like I was crazy. They said, what is that supposed to be? I said, it's yellow rice, man. It's good. They said, look here. Up here in Wisconsin, we don't eat no yellow snow, and we ain't eating no yellow rice. I said, got a little bit of this homemade gravy right here.
Yes, sir. Gotta have that gravy.
Ooh.
Don't forget your bacon.
What this is?
That's that,
wow.
That's that bacon you were sniffing earlier.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I've been waiting on this for 2 hours.
I know. Well, hey, we had it from the hoof to the table in 2 hours.
Yeah, we did.
It don't get no fresher than that, y'all.
I'm telling you. Man, that fit. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's about as fresh as you're gonna get a piece of pork.
Yes, sir. That's what we're working with. We got the yellow rice on the bottom. We got mushrooms, bell peppers, onions on the top with that pork tenderloin we just got through cleaning up a little bit ago. And hey, might as well have a little bacon. Tell me what you think about that, Andy.
Well, got me a mouthful. I can't talk, but it's good.
I've been known to cook up a few recipes in my time.
I'm just glad we don't have to share it with nobody.
I'm telling you, you just cannot beat the taste of that fresh, wild pork. That's about as organic as it gets right there, y'all. Now, obviously, you can do this with a regular pork tenderloin you get from your grocery store, and it's gonna be just as good. But you know, here you know what you're eating. That's all I got for you today. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hey, we had a blast doing it. You know, the hog trap, as you've seen, it worked very, very well. Like I said, I only spent like $125. I built that trap myself. So, you know, it's inexpensive. And hey, it held up against that big beast for sure. So, he was a good hog. And like I said, we're going to take him down. We're going to have a bunch of sausage made out of him. We're about to sit here and finish up this tenderloin that we got off of him. And you know, Andy, he's still over there mowing it down, and there ain't no sign of him slowing up just yet, so I better get on back over there. So hope everybody has a good week.
We'll see you on the next one.